This afternoon, I'm very happy to welcome Isabelle Juneau from Quebec. She's a very famous television presenter and an artist, and she did some acting as well. And we were happy last year to have her article published in our website. Hello, Isabelle. Ça va?
Hello, bonjour. Very well, and you?
Yes, everything is okay. Thank you very much for joining us. Of course, you've been working on television. You have your own YouTube channel, your own website for right now, like 10 years. And I will be posting your YouTube link and your official website on our discussion right now. Tell me how this year, especially with the COVID affected the community around you and affected your own work, because basically you do interviews with artists, red carpet openings. How was it this year?
Yes, I stopped working in March, like everyone. Here, the COVID was really very bad for CHSLD, like old people in centers. The COVID was really like exposed in kind of centers for old people, les personnes âgées. And we've been very like asked to stay home like the planet. But here it was really a good sanitary recommendation with Dr. Arruda and the Prime Minister, Mr. Legault of Quebec, and the federal helped us right away for, to stay home. And I remember my first check of PCU, I was really proud to be a Canadian artist and producer and a worker in communication and acting and in the media. But I start my show, I continue my show maybe a few weeks after all the 5 press conference, Monday to Friday, because when you're a reporter like me in art and culture and a pandemic stopped the world, you have to follow every step like everyone. But I was like a rat, on TV all the time and on Facebook conference live. And I don't have kids, and no husband. And for me, it was really important to help others. And instead to go help in an hospital, I said to myself, I'm going to be an essential media, and I help people. And I was walking in the neighborhood to help older people, and I try to connect with other people and kids if they need me, if they need somebody older. And I was there all the time, outdoors, and I did my webinar with the World Festival Media of Banff. It was really warm this summer, and I did all the webinars to support for the support of women in Quebec and Canada.
Yes, so Banff was organized this year, but digitally, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, and I know that there is an important festival in Montreal, le Festival de Film du Monde, correct? It will be organized this year or digitally?
No, Mr. Lazic don't host this festival anymore from few years now. Now it's called Festival du Nouveau Cinéma, sponsored by Québécois, and it's going to be in October. I can send you all the link. But yes, we have Festival du Nouveau Cinéma in Montreal, but we just had Festival of Fantasia, science fiction. It's all digital, but all our movies now, theater are open. We can go with our mask and we can go see movies, but not like a reporter, because we can go L'ONF, yes, give us the chance, if you choose to be a media, to go see, for example, the documentaire Les Roses. And here we do like the reopening of red carpet, but very far, you know. We don't, we're not close to anyone, but we just had the reopening of TV channel, a new season for fall, like for Télé-Québec. It's gonna be next Friday on the air. But yes, we're not together this year, all medias and actors and creators like me of the Isabelle Juneau show. Yes, we don't do interviews with famous people this year. And it's a bit hard on my heart, but it's okay. I have Facebook, and who told me, do you remember last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago? And I have a little bit of, I don't know, emotion to see all my colleagues like me who try to reinvent themselves, because if you're not working in a télésérie, or if you don't host your show on the radio or on the TV, like me, you work by yourself. I have nice people who come to my shows all summer, and we fight the COVID together like this in art and culture at the Isabelle Juneau show.
Yes. And Isabelle, you told me in the interview, and many of your fans and followers know that before you became a professional television person, you won a beauty contest, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And right now, you've been telling me you are preparing a documentary about your life. Will you be directing this documentary, or only doing the narration?
No, I produce it, I direct it, and I think so the day I start to direct my own talk show was like almost the end of the story I want to tell. It was not just a beauty contest. Miss Montreal was the starting of my entire career. And when I win Miss Montreal the 16th of June 97, that night, a judge called Mr. Bill Rotary was in charge of the English career of Celine Dion with Renee Angelil. And for me, was a mentor for 16 years. He was my best friend. And I learned my show business with his presence, you know. This man was a gentleman with me, you know, but I was not singing. I don't have this talent. But this contest, the picture of my mom, she took a nice picture of me that night. And that picture was be chosen by the team of George Clooney in 2002 for his first directed movie, Confession of a Dangerous Mind. And I became an actress that day at l'ONF Studios in Montreal in 2002. And I think so I was an extra, you know, because I had few courses at CBC television for, I was a student in theater, you know, but my eyes was more catching the news studios, you know, and my idol is Oprah Winfrey. And I did 10 years because of her, because all the time maybe I had like this morning again, this morning I was telling to myself, maybe after 10 years I have to stop. Maybe they're fed up of me, you know, but I think so I cannot live without interviews. And that contest teach me, you know, to when you're sad, when you miss people, you are the energy, the connection between the artist, the public, and your heart, you know. And this is cool for that. When you create and you don't look just for the money or to be famous, you do that because you love to tell story in interviews. But that night, the picture, my mom took the picture of Miss Montreal that night. George Clooney chose me, and I start that day to be an actress for real with Actra Montreal. And I did so many stunt, and I did more double of stunt, but I did so many experience, and I became a director because of that, you know. Because when I was quand j'engageais, when my team, I was paying my team the same amount of me, you know. Like if I had a budget of 350, I give 175 to my cameraman, and they forget the light, they forget the micro, they forget everything. And one day I said to myself, you know, I think so, you're good. You can do it by yourself, you know? And it's for that, the conclusion of that. I mean, it's difficult for interviewing people at 1 mic, okay? You do the interview with your camera on the stand. When my mom see all my interviews in the COVID, she's like, Isabelle, you're very close of your guest, you know? And this is my problem right now because, you know, now I'm going to do an indoor interviews. I have to put the camera further, and I don't have the budget to hire 2 cameramen, but I prefer to direct my own shows. And this is the golden key. I think so. It's the best thing I never learned. I have, Shaman, so a good pleasure, satisfaction to direct my own show and to put people more in the light of me when I do some different cut of them. Yes.
Yes, because I saw some of your previous interview on your YouTube channel, and you are very close to your interviewee. Sometimes you're hugging them, you know, so it's very intime, comme on dit en français, like we say in French, you know. And I think with this social distancing is difficult for you, you know, because it takes you out of your style, I think.
You know what? Honestly, I'm really close to them because now I have a lot of writers, you know, and I was close from my guests because I know all them already. And when you know your guest and you like their work, it's a privilege, you know, to have them by Zoom, like the journalist, the writer, Denis Martin Chabot, who wrote the biography of Laurent McKitchen. He's the porte-étendard of gay and lesbian story in Quebec. And he died last year, you know. And this book was something to read, you know. And my best friend Isabelle Juneau, who is the star of nutrition, a doctor, you know. And all, for me, no, because what it's hard, and it's not going out to work. This is the worst thing. Last week I was like, I don't care to not going to Télé-Québec happening. Well, I have off, you know. But in my soul, I think so, yes, I miss to see the people. I miss them, yes. But when I go out, when I go on the street and I go shop and everything, I know everyone in my local Rosemont La Petite Patrie. I know everyone. For me, this is cool. I love people, you know.
Very, very nice, Isabelle. I hope everything will be better, and next year will be better for every one of us and your work. And I'm looking forward for your next interviews and your next appearance. And I hope you can do a special presentation from Egypt here.
Yes.
Next year, with great pleasure. We would like to have you among us. And I want to thank you very much for this quick interview. And we'll be in touch to hear your news and your upcoming videos.